guys, welcome back. Today I am over next to the Terra Kaffe. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I am crazy about this machine. I thought I should cover something that I have not covered in the past, which is the actual cleaning. Now the machine is so capable that it tells you when certain things need to be done, and it actually does a lot for you. However, if you're not cleaning it properly, then you're probably going to run into some problems. So in the past, I did a video on how just to do basic maintenance, which would be cleaning out some of the grounds and things that get scattered in there. Very easy maintenance. There are two things that you can go online and read about how to do, but I thought I might as well talk about it since I just had to do this the other day. And that's because the machine told me I needed to do it. And that is clean the brew unit. So I thought I would show you what happened, how I went through the whole process, and I had a little glitch, had a little incident take place, and I thought, oh, this is worth telling you, because if it happens, you're gonna have to do it all over again. So I want to talk about that. And then the other thing is I thought we would talk about cleaning the brew unit and the descaling process. And like I said, you can go online and look it up too, but since I've already talked about some of the other things, as well as how to reset your machine so that you can get a brew that is closer to a cup of coffee. Now that's a little different than Americana, which is basically your espresso shot with hot water added. So there are a lot of variations, and it really depends on what you like, how strong you like your cup of joe in the morning. And I have come up with a couple of little recipes for myself that I like. They may be too strong for someone else, but it's just playing with it. But I've got another video on all of that, so you can look at that one later. For now, let's look at how to go through these other processes. And again, the machine's going to tell you. So let's talk about it. As I mentioned before, the Terra Kaffe machine will tell you when it's time to do some cleaning, whether it's cleaning the brewer unit or whether it's the descaling, and you will have tablets for both of those operations. Make sure you pay attention to which tablet you are using, that you don't mix them up. You open the door up and you're going to empty the waste bin. Of course, it's going to tell you to do that every now and then, but just go ahead and do it before you move on through this process. The brewer unit is removed by gripping that little finger indentation and pulling the little lever, which you'll see when you open the door. There's a little lever there. It's kind of grungy looking, isn't it? Yep. So I'm going to put this under a flow of water, and you don't want to start rinsing this upside down or immersing it or anything like that. Just run water down through the top of it and gently into the sides. And I say that because there are special oils that they use in making this and getting it to maneuver properly. You don't want to start rinsing off all those oils. So now I'm going to put it back in, but before I do that, I need to get rid of that. Ugh, gross. Now that is after about 2 weeks, I admit, of not cleaning it. Those grounds go down and they just sort of dump themselves, and it's pretty gross. So now you see why I did the other video on how to clean your machine weekly, if not every 3 or 4 days, because those things really do add up. And when you go to a coffee shop, this is the kind of cleaning that those folks are doing every single night. So when you have your own little mini barista in your kitchen, don't forget to do the cleaning. Oh, and by the way, you do have that little brush. Looks like a little fat paintbrush. I couldn't find it. I found it later. I put it where I wouldn't lose it. Anyway, I just used a paper towel, a wet paper towel, and I'm cleaning, and then I have all this pile of stuff on my counter, which now I'm going to clean that up. Look at that. I really had to get the flashlight to get in there and get all those grounds. It really does add up, and you certainly don't want all of that mold and stuff, you know. Ugh, that's kind of gross, right? Yeah, that's why that little brush works. But look at this. Look at this. What is that? That's the tablet. That is the tablet that was supposed to be doing the cleaning. Oh my goodness. Yep. I got to do the whole thing all over again now. Okay, so here we go. I put the tablet into the chute where the pre-ground coffee would go. I got out a normal size vessel and look at the color of the water now. That's what it should have looked like before. Of course, I didn't even notice that because I had an opaque mug that I was using. So there's another reason to use a big clear Pyrex if you have it, because it's going to make a world of difference, especially if you have to turn around and do the whole thing all over again. But that's what it should look like. Okay, so let's talk about descaling. And again, the machine is going to tell you it's time to descale. Now look at those bubbles in my water. That's because I took the descaling tablet and I let it dissolve in the water. That's what you have to do. That's the solution you are creating to make sure that it cleans properly. So it's telling me to fill the water tank. Okay, I did. Now it's saying, okay, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to descale your machine. And again, it's nice to have a big clear, obviously this is a Pyrex 1-quart vessel that I'm using, so I can look at it and make sure that it looks like it's murky. That's what you want. While it's doing its job, the water should not be clear. It should have a tint to it. It won't be soapy like your original does. It just looks like it's murky and it's doing something. And it's telling me to fill her up again. I checked to make sure I still had water, and I do. So I'm not going to fill it up to the top. I'm going to let this water continue on and do its job. And again, make sure you're looking at that water. Now, if it's starting to get full, you can dump that out. But basically, you want to make sure that you have enough room left in your vessel to take the water that's being flushed through your system. And it looks like I will have a few more ounces available to me. Still telling me what it's doing. Again, the machine is pretty self-sufficient. It knows what it's doing and it's telling you what it's doing. After I was sure that it was finished with its process, meaning it had used all of that water, I rinsed it out, I filled it up with fresh water, and I ran some hot water, because you can do that on your machine. Just sometimes you might feel like having tea, but I wanted to run just regular water. You can hear it sputter a little bit. And now I'm checking to make sure that that water is in fact clear and that the line has been cleaned out properly, so that if I do decide to make some tea or just make an Americano, I've got nice, clear, clean water and no solution or residual. By the way, that solution is just sort of an acidic ascorbic acid type thing, but it's very convenient in those little tablets that you can get. So there you have it. It's pretty simple, and again, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. It's not that it's difficult to do, but there are a few steps involved, and the machine will tell you for the most part when it's time. So just follow those prompts. Hey, if you have not watched some of the other videos that I have on the Terra Kaffe, then I would encourage you to do so. I love this machine. It comes in black, it comes in white. It is a barista in a box. I don't want to become a barista. I like this guy to be the barista for me. So because I've been talking about this machine for a while, I've been giving a code out for a discount, and I just thought I would mention that some of those things have changed recently. So if you do watch my other videos, make sure you read through the description box. And if you're not sure what that is, there's a little arrow that you can click on and it will open up all of the information that I have included, as well as any discussion back and forth that I'm having with you that might have questions or whatever. So just make sure that you go back and open up that. They've made some changes with the company. They're doing very well, and people are crazy about this. And I guess because of that, they're trying to keep up with some of the things that are happening with their business. So I just wanted to let you know that, and I will keep you updated as soon as they let me know. I'll let you know. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would really love you to do that because it really helps me as I'm trying to grow this channel. And I know some of you are only looking for coffee videos or espresso machines, things like that, but it still helps me tremendously, even though all of my videos are not about the coffee machine. But I would love it if you would. So until next time, I will see you. Take care. Enjoy that cup of joe. See ya. Bye-bye.